Welcome back. A teenager dies after being shot at a gas station in California, just days after a man was killed at another gas station just a few miles away. Authorities Sunday confirmed the death of a 13-year-old boy shot and killed at the gas station late Saturday night. A gold Toyota Camry that was at the scene is reportedly being used as evidence. The LA County Sheriff's Office gave limited details as detectives are still in the early stages of the investigation.
We're early on in the investigative process right now. All I can say is that he fled the location. He was last seen running away from the location on foot. There does not appear to be a robbery or an argument or anything prior, but I can say that the victim does have a relative who works here, so he does stay in the area while his relative is working. He hangs out waiting for the relative to get off work.
Residents say they are concerned following the two shootings in such close proximity to each other, but investigators do not believe the shootings are connected and say suspects for both cases are still on the run. One person is killed and a suspect is in custody following a lengthy SWAT standoff in Los Angeles' Jefferson Park. LA police say they were called to a house midday Saturday after a shooting was reported. According to a captain with the LAPD, the call said the victim was laying shot in the front yard while the suspect was inside the house. At the scene, police tried to approach the victim when the suspect began firing at police.
As the officers were attempting to render aid, the suspect from inside the residence fired at the officers. The officers had no choice but to retreat. They did attempt one more time, but being as dangerous it is, they had to back out of that danger zone and contain the scene. And that's when we called SWAT for an active barricaded suspect.
Police say they took the suspect into custody around 9 p.m. The victim's family watched as the scene unfolded and said the suspect was the victim's tenant for decades. Their relationship reportedly soured due to past due rent, utility bills, and squatting allegations. The investigation is ongoing. A Colorado funeral home owner who's pleaded guilty to scamming grieving families and leaving hundreds of bodies to rot has a plea deal revoked by a judge. Here's more.
A Colorado judge rejects a plea deal in the case of a funeral home owner who pled guilty to nearly 200 charges of abuse of a corpse, letting bodies rot in a building while giving grieving families fake ashes. The decision by El Paso County Judge Eric Bentley on Friday came following victim impact statements, with families of some of the 191 named victims arguing the 20-year sentence he would have likely faced does not begin to address the grief John Halford has caused them.
20 years for what he's done, for all of the families that crossed the threshold of return to nature, is the equivalent of 6 days per deceased body. All of these victims are worth so much more than 6 days. My son's dignity was worth so much more than 6 days.
Halford and his wife are accused of living a lavish lifestyle off of money collected from customers of their Return to Nature funeral home, giving customers powdered concrete meant to resemble ashes, while the bodies they had been entrusted with were left to rot in a building. Christina Page, who lost her 20-year-old son, said she believed for years the urn she had been given by Return to Nature had been her son's ashes, and she had kept it close. His remains were among those found in the building. Samantha Narajo, who entrusted Halford with her grandmother's remains, gave remarks directed to Halford following the decision.
This is actually directed towards John. You desecrated our loved ones as you come to court with an easy way out, but no amount of time in prison will ever make up for what you did. But the thought of you having a life after this is beyond repair. You hid away our most precious treasure that no amount of money could ever pay for. You don't deserve to ever say hello or goodbye. I hope you're rotting inside from the chemicals you used, from the gases from our loved ones' bodies. I hope you can't breathe at night. I hope every day for the rest of your life you are haunted by each body that you so maliciously disrespected.
Judge Bentley said the rejection of a plea deal is reserved for the most extreme of cases. Halford is already headed to prison for 20 years on federal fraud charges from misuse of COVID relief funds. This plea deal may have allowed those sentences to have been served consecutively. His wife Carrie has also pled guilty for her role in the abuse. A sentencing date for her has not yet been scheduled.
For all our viewers asking where One America News is heading in the future, we would like to introduce you to OAN Live. OAN Live is the best way to stay up to date on all of the hard-hitting, straight-shooting, national and international headlines. And the best part is, OAN Live is only $4.99 per month. All the credible, honest, unbiased reporting One America News offers at a fraction of the cost of cable. Just go to OANN.com to easily sign up for OAN Live and stay informed.